ABC Kinderteach presents Lost, written by David McPhail. Who is lost? Do you think the little boy is lost? Or the bear is lost? Or they're both lost? Well, it doesn't look like a place that a bear lives. So I'm going to go with, I think that the bear is lost. That's my guess. Do you think so? I am walking down the street when I hear someone crying. Well, it's not the dog, I don't think. I don't think it's the man. Look it. There's a paw. I wonder if it could be the bear that's crying. Maybe. It's a bear. Yes, we were right. He looks lost and afraid. The tall buildings scare him, and he's never seen so many people. So he does not like tall buildings, and he does not like being around so many people. So that's not good if you're a bear, right? A city like that. Don't worry, I tell him. The buildings won't hurt you, and most of the people are friendly. He didn't say all the people were friendly. He just said most of them. So, does that make the bear feel better? I think so. How did you get here? I ask. I climbed in to have a nap, he explains. And when I woke up, I was lost. I'll help you. Tell me where you live. There are trees where I live, he tells me. So we find some trees. More trees, he says, and water. So the boy takes him to this spot that has these two little trees, thinking that the bear might live there, but he doesn't. And plus the bear says, I also need water, which I don't see any water there. I take him to a place where there are more trees and water too. No, he says, this is not it either. So he took him to a place, and it looks like there might be some bigger trees, and there's a water fountain, but he says, nah, this is not where I live. I live someplace else. I have an idea. Follow me, I say. And so look, they're walking down the street. I take him to a tall building. We go inside, get on the elevator, and ride all the way to the top. Look at that man. He sees the bear in the elevator, and he drops his paper because he's surprised. And why would they want to go to the top of this building? What can they do at the top of the building? Maybe it is high up in the air. Maybe that tells us why he's going to the top of the building. From up here, we can see the whole city. Look, I say, now we can find your home. There it is, he says, pointing. Down we go, across 3 streets and into the park. So this thing here is something you can look at so that you can see a long ways away. It's what they would call a telescope. And so he sees something that looks like his home because it has lots of grass and lots of water. And he thinks that might be where he lives. But do you think he lives in a park like this? I'm not so sure. I am not so sure. The park is not the bear's home after all. But he likes it there. So he's saying that I like this place better than the other places you've shown me, but it's still not home. And look, there's a policeman on a horse standing there by the statue, but he doesn't seem to be too concerned that there's a bear running loose, right? We go for a boat ride, and it looks like he's looking at the ducks, and nobody on the boat seems to be worried about there being a bear on the boat. We have lunch, Pepe's hot dogs. Look at all those hot dogs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hot dogs. Boy, that must have cost that boy a lot of money. 10 hot dogs. And we go to the playground. We are having a good time. And look at, they're riding together on the swings. And look at, the bear is so heavy that the swing set is bending. And then they slide down the slide together. So they're having a great afternoon at the park. Do you think the bear will stay there? Do you think the bear will stay at the park? We'll have to wait and see. But it is getting late, and the bear is still lost. Now he's starting to look a little bit worried, right? Let's try the library, I tell him. We can find out anything there. So the little boy has the idea that they could go to the library and try to find out where the bear lives. Great idea. This boy is really smart. Inside the library, we look through lots of books. The bear sees a picture that looks like his home. We find the place on a map, which that's really a globe because it's round, and hurry outside. A bus is leaving. We get on the bus and ride for a long time. And nobody seems to be concerned or worried that there's a bear on the bus. They're all just minding their own business. But it looks like that boy might be getting a little bit tired because it looks like he's taking a little nap. Finally, we are there. This is where I live, says the bear. He gives me a hug and thanks me again for my help. And he gives him a big old hug, right? Then he waves goodbye and disappears into the forest. The boy is all alone in the forest. Ooh, I hope the boy doesn't stay lost. The trees are so tall, and there aren't any people. Wait a minute. At the beginning of the story, the bear did not like the city because the buildings were tall. Now, in the forest, the trees are tall. And the bear did not like the city because there are so many people. And the boy is upset because there aren't any people. So they're both scared for different reasons. Wait, I call to the bear. Come back. I think I'm lost, I tell him. Don't worry, he says. Why should he not worry? What's the bear going to do? I will help you. So the bear's going to help him find his way home. But is the bear going to get lost after he helps the boy find his way home? I guess we'll never know.